name is Anthony J. Geraci. I play Smith in this wonderful presentation.
And where have we seen you before?
Where have you seen me before? I've been on this stage for Meanwhile Back on the Couch, Lucky Stiff, Funny Money, and Exit the Body, several other murder mysteries, and Done to Death, another murder mystery. So I'm not stepping too far outside my wheelhouse for this one.
Right.
I am Mary Geraci. I've been here for There's a Girl in My Soup, Exit the Body, Done to Death, Inspector Calls, and Cats Meow.
Hi, my name is Bryan DeWalt, and I'm playing Simon, and I previously first appeared at Oyster Mill last spring with The Burning Man. And so this is not my first murder outing.
Okay. All right, we'll start with you and Bryan then here. Tell me something about yourself that nobody knows. That we can possibly use for blackmail later.
Tell everyone something about you nobody knows.
I think that I'm mostly a hermit, like, that's pretty uncommon among actors, I think, or who are usually pretty extroverted, so I really prefer to keep to myself.
All right. Mary?
I hate to copycat, but I have developed hermitude since I've become married, had a child, and been on stage for over a decade.
You did this.
It is sort of my fault, yes.
Yes, I blame you.
Something about me is I was cursed as a child that anybody who comes in contact with me becomes a hermit. But it's worked out for me.
All right, good deal. Okay. What I would like you to do, in character, is tell me a bit about your character and their place in the show, obviously not giving away any spoilers.
Oh, God.
Well, I suppose to speak of Smith is to speak of an anomaly. Because what is Smith? But his role in the show is, well, to point out the role of man in nature, and that is, do the powers that be rule us, or do we rule us? And Smith is sort of there as a jab at the higher sort of knobs walking about the boat, to remind them there is a lower class, and we are part of this world, and he loves to point it out.
All right. Mary?
Louise will take care of the things that you need to take care of, and there's not much else that the maid can do for you.
Whatever my wife says you must do. Well, I'm Simon, and this is my wife's employee.
Oui, monsieur. Oui.
And she's around to assist us on my honeymoon, which should be rather lovely since I married Kate, and you've been serving her for a while now.
Quite some time, oui, monsieur.
I'm looking forward to a terrific honeymoon, as long as people like him don't muck it up. Too much high society's not good.
I will do my best to keep him away, monsieur.
Yes, Lord knows you have so much trouble telling me what to do. I spend half the bloody show doing what you want. There's no please either. It's always just, Smith, do this. Be a good chap. Go.
Handy sort of fellow.
You there, random stranger. There's a corpse here. Would you mind getting me a doctor? Fair enough. Dip up a lip and all that.
Oh, dear. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. Now, backing off for a minute and being a little bit more serious, what is your impression of the play? Are you familiar with Christie as an author? Have you read the original Death on the Nile? You know, are you familiar with the show at all? And how do you feel about the differences between the novel and the show?
Well, I haven't read the novel, but I did watch the Poirot episode dedicated to it, and I thought that had some wonderful actors in it playing some very fantastic characters, which made me feel immediately insignificant for the role which I had been given. But if there's one thing it did very well, it was to highlight how this play is an excellent representation of how far people will go in the name of love.
Cool. And for the record, when you watch my interview with William, I pulled a tight close-up and made him do an impression of Poirot.
That's not going to happen. I cannot do an impression of Poirot.
Yeah,
We'll do it after Smitty does his.
Oh my.
I can do Gollum.
well, go ahead.
Stupid hopelessness! We hate them! Fair enough?
Fair enough, thank you. Okay. All right, Mary, the same question I posed to him without the Gollum impression. Unless you want to do one, which by all means I won't stop you.
I'm no good at Gollum impression.
No, she's doing it alright, but...
Oh, shut your face. I know very little about Agatha Christie. This is the first show I ever knew, well, not knew of, but, thought that I might go for. I also watched the Poirot version just to see what I was getting myself into. There's not much of a French maid in there, so I have no idea what I was getting into.
Much of the French maid in the play.
And that's so I really don't have a great answer for you.
Okay. Well, then let's change this up a little bit. Like, what do you take away from the play when you see it? What runs through your mind? The moral, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah, people will do anything for love.
All right.
Don't bring a gun on a riverboat cruise.
Sound advice. Brian?
I think my main takeaway is the Canon's kind of the main character of this play as I see it, and what always strikes me is how he's willing to let people make their own decisions for better or worse. He has opportunities to kind of intervene early, but chooses not to, and to just let people play out their conscience, and tries to direct them towards their better nature, but it doesn't always succeed. So that's usually what strikes me about the play.
Okay. Do you think it would have been different had Christie left Poirot in?
I think so. I think it definitely would have probably changed how Bessner acts, because he's kind of the bumbling European on the cruise. I'm not sure how he is in the novel, though, because I think he's a psychologist instead of a doctor.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right, so we'll ask you now here one of my favorite little bits. I would like you to tell me something that you love, something that you loathe, and something that you've recently learned. Anything at all.
Gotta try to rack my brain. Something I love, since I just returned from travels, is going home to see my family around the holiday season. So that's always good. Something I loathe is probably rush hour traffic. The most, again, because I just got off of 3.5 hours on the road to get here. So
That's rough.
I'm not pleased about that. And something I just learned is that the CEO of Segway Corporation drove off a mountainside on a Segway, accidentally, supposedly.
All right. Marion?
Well, something that I absolutely love. I love to drive. Something that I loathe. People who don't use the passing lane correctly, therefore using it as a cruising lane and not using their turn signal. I'm a very angry driver, but I drive properly. And, something that I just learned. People are not as punctual for their interviews as they should be when it comes to getting a job.
Okay. Thereby hangs a tail, I'm sure, but we'll just move along right this second.
You'll suffer with the tail.
Something that I love is my beautiful wife.
Oh,
the wonderful son she gave me. Something I loathe is riding with her when there's somebody not using the passing lane as they should be, because I get to hear about it. And something I recently learned is from a book I got for Christmas, and that's how to fry the perfect pig testicle. So crispy.
Well done. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get this done here so we can get you guys back downstairs then. Anthony, please tell me why the good people of Central Pennsylvania should come see Murder on the Nile at Oyster Mill Playhouse.
Because what else are you going to do? Now, it's a fantastic play. We got a great cast here. There's a lot of energy. It's a show that has a lot of history, I think, and it's always fun to see an older show brought to life by a new cast and see their own unique takes on some of the characters and interpretations. And it's a great way to support your local community and your local theater and the arts.
Mary?
Who doesn't love a good murder mystery? And support your local theaters.
And Brian?
Definitely the excitement, just to kind of throw watching the show, seeing who's going to get murdered, and placing your bets on whether or not you can identify who does it all before the curtain closes. The most satisfying part for me.
All right. You have a Gollum impression for me?
Smeagol does not. It doesn't want Gollum to make an impression. Smeagol likes nice hobbitses.
Thank you very much.